I am sitting here with Sue Matsuki, who is coming down to the Live Art Studio on Friday, April 12th, to give a cabaret performance of her show, This Broad's Way. I have to say, we've just been chatting here, and I finally had to hit the record because I've just been going on because this is such a fun program. And then the next day, Sue is going to be working with NATS, the National Association of Teachers of Singing, to do a master class on cabaret, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So, Sue, welcome
Thank
to
you.
Zoomland and welcome to Live Arts Maryland. I'm so glad you're coming.
I can't wait to come down there. My musical director and I, Gregory Teroyan, are very, very excited about bringing this show in particular because NATS has a lot of musical training teachers and stuff. So we're able to show cabaret being a new genre on the field under the NATS umbrella. We're really excited to come down and show what cabaret is.
I have a number of friends who do cabaret, a number of colleagues, and what has struck me is that cabaret has really, and I don't know whether it's post-COVID or what, but I feel like it was already growing sort of just by leaps and bounds before the pandemic. And I think it sort of had a little hiatus, but it's continued. I mean, it's such a wonderful way to share music. We tend to think of music, if we want to go see music, we have to go see it in a big hall.
Right.
And we have to go see it, sitting 60 feet from a big concert hall stage with the orchestra and the solos. But cabaret is really this wonderful form where you really are up close and personal.
When I worked for MAC, which is the Manhattan Associations of Cabarets here in New York, I did a survey. I went to the tickets booth and I went to like every 10 person and I said, what is cabaret? Dirty Men's Club, the movie, Liza Minnelli. Nobody knew, even in New York where cabaret has been going on for years.
Right.
Nobody really knew from out of town what cabaret was. And when I'd say, well, it's a 1 hour to 90-minute intimate one-on-one singing experience. And so once I explained that, they were like, wow, we never knew. And I would invite someone that was sitting at the club bar to my show that evening who had never seen cabaret to let them see what cabaret was. So maybe the next time they come to New York, they take in a cabaret show or they look up cabaret in New York. It is becoming more nationwide. Texas has a theater, Florida, Chicago, of course, the DC Cabaret Network, who's been very supportive. And I think some people are going to be coming up to see the show from there. Delaware, I work at a place called the Dickens Parlor Theater in Delaware. So it started in California, of course, all of California has cabaret. And cabaret incorporates jazz and blues and show tunes. Anything works under the cabaret umbrella. Cabaret is defined more by the intimacy of the performance and the number of people in the room. However, you get someone like Liza Minnelli playing Carnegie Hall, and she does create that one-on-one personal experience in the big hall. So then it becomes more about the show.
Yeah, it's a chance for people to experience music up close and personal.
So as a singer, you have to be prepared and professional. I can say to any venue across the country, hey, go to this link, which is a link to all my catalogs of shows. Pick a show. Let me know what one works for your demographic, because everybody's demographic is different. And when you have some place like yours where it's 20-year-old to 80-year-olds, what's going to work in that market? So this show, I thought, well, we and Jennifer and Christine and I thought that this would be a good show because it's Broadway tunes done differently. So some are jazzy, some are songs I'd never be cast to sing, some the arrangements we've really messed around with, which are really fabulous. My musical director, again, Gregory, is something else when it comes to arrangements. So it's a fun show. And there's that other layer of cabaret and how do you take a song that's supposed to be sung in character from a show and put it in your own energy and your own story to then sing it in a way that people will say, oh, I've heard that song forever. I've never heard it like that. That's like my thing, And the other thing is because, I'm kind of funny. If I do say so myself.
I think you are.
Yeah, I'm very funny. Ask anyone. No, but I think when people leave your show and say, I feel like I know you, that's more complimentary to me than you have a great voice or the show was great. If someone leaves your room and you've entertained them, you've done your job.
when they go to see something live, it's the experience. It's not, and so somebody feeling like they know you and they've gotten to know who Sue Matsuki is not inconsequential. I mean, there are lots of people out there with great voices and who sing really well. They sing really high, they sing really low, they sing really beautifully. But to get to know the performer,
Yeah.
because
But
you
that goes
share
with
that
the
with them.
American Idol kind of cough up a lung when you sing thing.
Oh my God.
Everybody thinks that a big belt voice, whether it's on pitch or not, I'll just say that.
I'm saying nothing.
Yeah, really. But I mean, everybody has come to think that that's good singing, the bigger the note.
Right.
In
Right.
our world, it's the more I moved you. And then there's that fine line, which is what I'm going to talk about in the Nats class a little bit about lyric connection. There's the fine line to opening up your spleen and really sharing something sincere without you having to know what it is. All you have to do is feel that I'm in my song and it takes you someplace. I don't care. I sang this song. I give this example all the time. My friend Trudy was one of my mentors, and I did this song, Almost Over You, Sheena Easton. And it was combined with something else. And Trudy said, "Oh, honey, are you and Kenbro okay?" My husband. And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And she goes, "Oh, that song, it was just really personal." And I sat back and I said, "Trudy," I said, "my connection to that song was my food addiction and specifically chocolate. So I'm singing Almost Over You, and it's strong because having been 60 pounds heavier and having had that weight issue, that's
Wow.
where I went in the song." So the connection doesn't matter, but it made me think, what's going on in your marriage if that's where you went? But it doesn't really matter. If you go to your dog, if you go to your cat, wherever you go, if I brought you someplace that makes you feel what I'm doing, then that's good cabaret.
This is going to be great. We could talk about this forever, and I hope that you will come back again so we can talk more about this.
Anytime.
And we can do more because I think this is, listen, I think cabaret is, and performances like this is really the way we're heading. And I
Yeah.
think it's the way we need to head, in terms of the musical world. The idea of it's sort of interesting that a lot of even rock bands and pop acts, they want to do the stadiums because it's big money. And, we got to make money. But a lot of bands are looking at playing small venues because, they want to be able to see the people who are coming to appreciate their songs. I mean,
And with teachers with great talented students, you can go to your church hall that has a piano and put up some sparkle lights, and you can create a cabaret. It doesn't have to be in a
absolutely,
club. And this way,
absolutely.
as an educator and as a teacher, I can feature 12 of my superstar kids. Their families all come, we make a little money, we put the money back into education. So it can be done. Self-producing is part of what my book discusses and how you can
Right,
self-produce. But I also, we created it for the teachers, so the
right.
teachers know how to give their students an opportunity to sing. That's where I think it's going, that music makes things better, let's face
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if
Well,
we
we
can,
need it right now, right?
we
We need it.
do, we do. So thank you from all of us for
Well,
bringing
listen,
us down there.
here's to more. I mean, I named my daughter after Ella Fitzgerald, who I met a glancing blow. I mean, I barely, because when I graduated from Peabody Conservatory with my master's, she was receiving the Peabody Medal, and she was
Wow.
sitting on stage. And when I walked past her, she said, "Congratulations, sweetie." And I'm like, "Oh my God, Ella Fitzgerald
That
just
was
spoke to me."
spoke to me.
And I've been a lifelong Ella fan, but
Yeah,
I always
she's one of my
refer.
favorite. She's my
Oh,
favorite of all
and,
time. Yeah.
and her great quote, "The only thing better than singing is more singing." And,
Yeah. Yep.
we got to do it. So anyway, so listen, all of you out there, April 12th, 7:30, come to the Live Art Studio. You can get tickets at liveartsmd.org, and we will be happy to set you up. We have VIP tables, we have wine.
Excellent.
It's a great experience. And then the next day, if you have students who are interested in participating, NATS, the National Association of Teachers of Singing, is presenting a masterclass with Sue and her music director, Gregory. And it will be from 3 to 5. Come at 3. Make sure you register, and Sue will share lots of information with you. And it's all at the Live Art Studio. So,
Thank you.
Sue, thank you so much for being a part of this, and I will see you soon.
We'll see each other soon. Thank you so much for doing this.
Okay,
Bye,
bye.
everyone.
Bye.